Yield Builders on Ag Day is brought to you by Miravis Neo from Syngenta. How do you spell yield? N-E-O. How do you spell results? N-E-O. How do you spell ROI? N-E-O. Miravis Neo is your answer.
When is a planter more than just a planter? When it's a key part of your fertilizer management. We catch up with David Hula of Total Acre about how the right settings can make all the difference when it comes to building yields.
As growers are looking at their planter and what the planter's goal is, first is to put seed. But the other thing that we use our planter for is a portion fertilizer. A lot of times we do stuff with strip tilling, we're broadcasting fertilizer, we try to ban it some way, but we also use a planter to portion a certain amount of our nutrients. We got 2 tanks here. The big yellow tank, it holds 600 gallons. That's the tank that we put our starter fertilizer in. And when I say starter, I'm talking about side placement. Now, not in furrow, and that's what this is. I do like John Deere's heavy-duty single disc opener. So that portions of fertilizer. We've moved it 3 inches away from the seed row, and we try to go 4 inches deep. Most of the time, it's in that 3 1/4 to 3 1/2. When we get into sandy or strip till, we get into the 4 inch, and then sometimes it's just in that 3 1/2 inch range. So that's our starter. And, you can put anywhere from, we do 26, 27 gallons the acre. That's a lot of fill-ups now. You got to realize that. But I will not plant corn if our starter pump or anything is wrong with their starter placement, because that has cost us 20 to 40 bushels an acre. We need phosphorus in our fertility program. And without that, we have seen it, because we had an experiment a couple years ago, not on purpose. Our pump broke down. We did some strip till. I said, well, let's keep planting, see if the strip till fertilizer is going to carry us, but it didn't. That's where we saw that 27 to 40 plus bushel difference. That's huge, especially in today's economy. The white tank that's where we put our in furrow, or we could say our pop-up. Now, some people call starter in the seed trench. I already clarified that, starter side placement. And the in furrow, what we do is we portion in this just tube that just drops it on top of the seed. As long as it's a safe product, I don't care if it's on top of the seed, below the seed, there's all kinds of attachments that a grower can use. I mean, you got the seed firmers, you got this dribbling. You can put the fertilizer through the furrow jet, or rebounders, or totally or tubular. So there's just a bunch of different options for growers out there, as long as it's safe. And when I say safe, if it's a product that you would spray on your crop, then it's safe enough to go in with the seed. And now there's different ways you can meter it. We just use a John Blue pump on that, and we've had great success with that. We got orifices down. And then when we go to our yellow tank where our starter is, we're using John Deere's exact rate technology, where it's got the pump there, and we are getting row by row control, and which is awesome. So even when we're making turns, it's making that turn compensation, so we're getting the same amount of fertilizer next to each row. So planters are designed to do one thing, plant seed, but we growers today, we're trying to get it to do a lot more with that one pass, put out fertilizer. And I know it makes growers have to stop to fill out more often or fill up their planter. But hey, to me, it pays big dividends. And let's remember, as we plant these seeds, God's got to bless them and give, and it's up to us to finish the crop.